Fair Use Daily Reflections. This is a book of reflections by AA members for AA members. November 15th. Vital Sustenance. Those of us who have come to make regular use of prayer would no more do without it than we would refuse air, food, or sunshine. And for the same reason, when we refuse air, light, or food, the body suffers. And when we turn away from meditation and prayer, we likewise deprive our minds, our emotions, and our intuitions of vitally needed support. 12 Steps and 12 Traditions, page 97. Step 11 doesn't have to overwhelm me. Conscious contact with God can be as simple and as profound as conscious contact with another human being. I can smile, I can listen, I can forgive. Every encounter with another is an opportunity for prayer, for acknowledging God's presence within me. Today I can bring myself a little closer to my higher power. The more I choose to seek the beauty of God's work in other people, the more certain of His presence I will become. Courage to Change, One Day at a Time in Al-Anon, November 15th. I used to feel very hurt if anyone gave me an angry look, spoke in a harsh tone, or didn't speak at all. I've grown enough in Al-Anon to realize that the look, tone, or mood of another person toward me often has nothing to do with me. It generally has more to do with what is going on inside the other person. So why do my feelings still get hurt? It occurs to me that my extreme sensitivity is a form of conceit. I think I'm the focus of everyone's attention. Am I so important that everything that goes on around me must have something to do with me? I suspect that attitude reflects my vanity instead of reality. And vanity is simply a defect of character that I am working on changing. With Al-Anon's help, my sensitivity to all that happens around me has greatly lessened. I try to ask myself, how important is it? When I do carry the hurt, it only hurts me and controls me. Today's reminder: other people are important to me and sometimes their opinions matter, but I may be taking something personally that has nothing to do with me. Having opinions of my own about myself lets me accept other people's thoughts without being controlled by them. There is a quote from Living with Sobriety, and it reads, "It was through going to meetings and the daily readings of Al-Anon literature that I awakened to the fact that what other people did and said reflected on them. What I did and said reflected on me." Just for today, Daily Meditations for Recovering Addicts, November 15th. Letting go. Take my will and my life. Guide me in my recovery. Show me how to live. Basic text, page 26. How do we begin the process of letting our higher power guide our lives? When we seek advice about situations that trouble us, we often find that our higher power works through others. When we accept that we don't have all the answers, we open ourselves to new and different options. A willingness to let go of our preconceived ideas and opinions opens the channel for spiritual guidance to light our way. At times, We must be driven to the point of distraction before we are ready to turn difficult situations over to our higher power. Anxiously plotting, struggling, planning, worrying, none of these suffice. We can be sure that if we turn our problems over to our higher power through listening to others share their experience or in the quiet of meditation, the answers will come. There is no point in living a frantic existence. Charging through life like the house is on fire exhausts us and gets us nowhere. In the long run, no amount of manipulation on our part will change a situation. When we let go and allow ourselves access to a higher power, we will discover the best way to proceed. Rest assured, answers derived from a sound spiritual basis will be far superior to any answers we could concoct on our own. As for today, I will let go and let my higher power guide my life. Today, Emotions Anonymous, November 15th. Reflection for today. Today, I will try to remember that when I feel down, everything I do seems to come out wrong. When my self-pity begins to build, I will stop, rest, gather my thoughts, and ask my higher power for help. God reminds me there is a tomorrow and that I can begin anew by living one day at a time. It makes life much easier. 24 hours are enough for anyone. Today is a new beginning. Yesterday is gone, and tomorrow is hope. Meditation for today. God, never let me feel that any shortcoming of mine is greater than your love for me. Remind me that no matter what I have done in the past, I can begin anew. Today I will remember, I am beginning again. Strengthening my recovery. Meditations for adult children of alcoholics, dysfunctional families. November 15th. Promise 11. With help from our ACA support group, we will slowly release our dysfunctional behaviors. BRB page 591. Getting support to undergo the very challenging task of doing ACA work happens slowly. We might first hear of an ACA meeting and consider attending it, only to find that the day and time don't quite work for us. Then our schedule changes and we are able to venture into our first meeting, usually filled with apprehension. We might start out looking at the slogans hanging on the walls and just listening to hear if, in fact, we have finally found a place to work through our issues. As we continue to attend meetings, we might start looking around at the members and begin chatting with them afterwards to see if we can begin to gather more support. When we are well received, we might then become ready to make some inroads in our step work with a fellow traveler. As we begin to have experience, our feelings and our memories return. The empathetic listeners we have gathered around us will encourage us to go forward. They have our backs. We then slowly let go of our dysfunctional behaviors and are released into the functional world. The affirmation reads, on this day, I will seek out ACA members who will support me as I learn how to practice more purposeful behavior. Please like, share, subscribe, and remember that you are not alone, one day at a time.